Hi, so today I just wanted to look at creating a template for Logic's pattern sequencer for any third-party apps or VSTs that you may own or may looking to acquire that can take advantage of the powerful features within the pattern sequencer. So I'm going to open a new track. I'm going to go to MIDI. I'm going to come out of Logic's own sounds and patterns, and I'm going to go into my instrument selection. Now, what I'm going to pull up now is an app by a developer called Boss, and it's called Ruiz Maker. I apologise if I pronounced either of those wrong. This app is incredible. It's a drum app, and it retails for like $4.99 UK pounds, I believe. I bought it a while back, so whenever I go into the App Store, it will, just say open. But I think it's around that price point. So if I go into Ruiz Maker here, it gives me the option for Ruiz Maker and Ruiz Maker multi-out. So what multi-out is going to do is it's going to enable me to have different drum sounds on different channels within the mixer, or at least that's what you'd hope. This being Logic, it's not quite that simple, and to be honest, at times when you've set all this up, you don't want to make any music. And if, in my case, for example, I just want to go and play the new Zelda game. Anyway, that's another subject entirely. Right, so when I go into Ruiz Maker and I hit the kick drum, you can hear it. But when I hit all the other pads, there's no sound. It's multi-output, so it says it's multi-output. So why is it not working? Well, this is another workaround you've got to do. So if I long hold on that and I press replace, I can now see it at the top. It's giving me an option here where it says stereo, and I can click that and I can click multi-output. Right, so that's now done. All those sounds are there. Brilliant. Let's open the pattern region and let's go into that. Now, by default, Logic will always have the corresponding keys, to your left, corresponding with the scale that it's set to. So at the moment you can see it's C major and all the C major keys are there. I don't need to know that because I want to create drum sounds. So if I was to go into the keyboard here for Ruiz Maker and see, I could try and figure out what keys correspond with this app. Now, I've done some experimenting already and I've come to realise that they go all along the black keys here. So essentially you could open up a F sharp major pentatonic scale, and that is going to list everything there, as you can see, in that correct scale. Now obviously if you don't know music theory, then you're not going to know that, and to be honest, you don't need to know that. So I can just come out of this. Well, I don't need to do anything right now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to click these three white dots here, and I'm going to click delete unused rows. It's going to leave me with one sound left, or F sharp 2. So I am going to go back into Ruiz Maker. Well, no, first of all, sorry, I'm going to click this plus button here. This is going to give me notes, automation, learn, add, and learn, assign. What I want to do is I want to click learn, add. That's going to come up red. Now, when I go back into Ruiz Maker and I hit the different drum pads, you can see now I've got it all mapped out for me. Now within this I've got all the access to all the features that are in the pattern sequencer, because obviously there's no sequencer within Ruiz Maker when you open it as an audio unit within Logic. If, for example, you opened it individually, it comes with a great sequencer. but the sequencer within Logic is really good as well, so I personally like to use that. Right, so that's all set up, so that's done. What I can do now within here is I can edit the row names, so I can call the drums by their corresponding names. I can do that pretty straightforward. If I want to move my kick drum up to the top and have it mapped out like you would normally have within Logic's own drum sounds, I can do that. Or you could just go into sort rows, which is next to these three dots here, and row sort direction ascending, and that's now done. So that would now play, for example. Right, so now what I'd want to do once I've set all this up is I'd want to save it. So if I go to these the white dots again, and I go to patterns, I can save it as a template. Now I can just call it tester, tester, there we go. And I can save that. Now I can come out of that, I can delete that, and now if I go back into it, pattern region, and we go back in and I click on the white dots here, I go to patterns, and then I go to show patterns, under user templates I've got the tester. So if I click that, it comes up, and this is one thing you're going to have to make sure you're doing, because it's not going to work otherwise. It's always going to revert back to well, there's no sharps basically, so you know, G1, A1, C2, and it's like, really, it's literally reverted to like the C major scale. So down here you've got 3 white dots, and you want to click off use project key. Once you've clicked off that and there's no tick next to it, I can now click that again, and it's brought up the saved template, which is brilliant. All my sounds are in there, and you know, I can now, that's done. And any other apps that I may have or that can't be mapped like straight away, like some apps do map it out via the C major scale, for example, so you don't need to worry about it, but some, like this one for example, doesn't. So it's good to know that you can press this button here, you can go to learn, and you can just map everything out how you'd want to, which is really cool. So now, with that being said, with this obviously being multi-output, if I go into my mixer, you can see that it's only coming out of the one channel. That is doable as well to make it become multi-output. I can show you that real quick. What we want to be doing is we want to be coming out of the mixer quickly, going to your instrument, coming out of it, going to sends, click send one, go to create new bus, go to your mixer, open your mixer up properly, click the plus sign here, setup. Now here it's created an auxiliary channel, the bus channel. I can click that, it says instrument 1, and now they all come up, so I can literally click 3 and 4, and I can go to sends here, and I can create a new bus, and I can go 5 and 6, and I can carry on doing that until I get to the end, and then all my sounds are going to come out of the corresponding channel. So you can see that one there, and you know, I've only set up 3 of them, but you can see what's happening, and this just gives me more options in order to, you know, control my levels, create different effects, or whatever you might want to do. It just makes it a bit easier when you're making a mix down. Some of these apps though, you will be able to, they're pretty powerful inside, so they've got like different EQs, and you can change the volumes and whatnot within the app. So you don't necessarily have to worry about doing that every time, but it's good practice if you can do it. And to be honest, I hope they sort it so that, because with Logic Pro on the computer, for example, if you select multi-output, then it comes up with a little plus symbol straight away in the mixer, where it's literally, you can set it up just by pressing the plus. Whereas in here right now, you have to do all these different workarounds, which can be quite frustrating. If you're not entirely sure how to do all that, then it can be a real minefield. But hopefully they can sort that out. Obviously, everyone's subscription now, the free month will be coming to an end. I know mine is tomorrow. I'm going to subscribe for a year, I think. But let me know what you think, if you're going to carry on subscribing or you're going to give up with Logic and try something else. I'm going to keep it because it's a great, powerful tool that I can use for my compositions and putting audio in and whatnot. But anyway, if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and that's it for today. So thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Okay, bye.